Welcome back, everybody. I'm John.
And I'm Claire.
And this article is called Overzealous Ottogi. Ottogi, in the more American pronunciation, is a brand that makes food. But that's not what this story is about. There's no outrageous food stories in here. It is actually about employees and a certain email that was distributed that might have caused a bit of a pushback. Yes. Punctuality and it's kind of a big deal over there apparently. But we'll figure that out later. We don't want to be late to the party. So let's go ahead and keep continuing on with this article. Do you usually arrive early for work, or do you arrive right on time, or maybe a couple minutes late?
I'm always early, but there is a reason. It's because I have usually materials I have to print before my first class starts for the rest of the day. So it is not out of any great ability to work well. It's more out of the opposite. In fact, I've been so slow in materials preparation, I'm running to do my printing before class.
I also come to work early. I think I've always had that sort of mentality of coming early to work, like 15 minutes to a party, to school, whatever. It was like 15 minutes early all the time. But these days, it's mostly for the same reason. I need a little bit of that time to prep and then mentally prepare for the day. I'm not a morning person. I've got to wake up the old noggin. And so, I arrive early for that. Coffee drinking, maybe a little bit of YouTube watching to get the English juices running. If you did arrive late, what would happen?
I would get in trouble. I think Pagoda takes punctuality extremely seriously because of the nature of our job. You know, the class starts at a certain time and that's what they pay for. So if you're even 1 minute late, that's 1 minute that they paid for that they're not getting.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. It is a big deal. And it's definitely something that will be written up immediately. Like, hey, you can't be late again. Don't do this.
Yep.
Have you ever been late?
Yeah, I have. I've worked for Pagoda a long time. So a couple of times I have slept through my alarm in the morning and woken up late and not made it to class on time. And it depends, you know, I used to live really far away from Pagoda, so if I woke up late, I would have to cancel the entire first class because it took me so long to get into work. So that was taken pretty seriously by my bosses, as you can imagine, and probably rightly so.
Same ditto for me. Had to cancel first class and be like, I'll make up to you somehow. Well, Pagoda will. I can't do anything really. Well, let's go ahead and look at this article, either the summary, but I do recommend reading the whole article on this one because it does include that notorious email.
Overzealous Ottogi. Korean food manufacturer Ottogi is jokingly nicknamed God Doogie because of its reputation for good behavior. But recently, it sent out a list of employees who had failed to arrive 10 minutes early for work and warned of consequences for people who continued to arrive later than that. This upset a lot of employees who felt that being early should be voluntary, so it's not okay to punish people unless they are actually late. Furthermore, publicly humiliating them could be seen as a form of defamation.